Sorry, no sound.
I haven't said anything.
Can't help you.
Let me try again.
No sound. You can hear me, nod your head. Okay, yours is off. You might want to come back on or restart your computer or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are we live yet? We want to be live on YouTube. Yes, we are. Good, everybody. Claude Diamond here. A lot of different things I wanted to talk about just for a few minutes. One of them is sales execution. I'm getting one of the first questions I ask my mentees, okay, is what did you do yesterday? What actions did you take to get to the success that you want? Okay. I find most people are too busy doing all the superfluous things. I got to organize this. I got to get this application. I got to do this. You want to know the one thing that can make you a lot of money? Can I cut to the chase here, guys? Can I go real fast? Hey, look, we got some people maybe joining me here in a little while. Hey, look, it's Mr. Cash Offer joining us. But the one thing that can make you money every day, I just want to share this with you guys. I run a really successful business. My business makes money every day. Every day. Mr. Cash Offer, if you're going to join us, we're live streaming here. There he is. All right. Father of the new baby without a name yet. I just want to share this with you guys. I run a really successful business. Okay. My business makes money every day. Whoops. Going to shut that off. Okay. We got sound. How about Mr. Phillips? Mr. Phillips.
I hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. You're not in a strong Wi-Fi place, though. You're a little frozen up. I want to talk, Tracy, Chris, execution. Okay. You guys make money. And I think most people are too busy running from guru to guru, believe me, I'm not against education and learning new techniques, but I think we get overwhelmed with too much information, too many people telling us get rich quick stories instead of doing the one thing, sales execution. What does that mean? Doesn't mean going out hanging salesmen, okay, or shooting salesmen or hanging up on telemarketers. It means, in your business, how many people do you speak to every day? And are you using a sales system where you're having good conversations? So you protect that frail little thing inside you called an ego. Chris, you want to dive in on this, man? Because I think this is the biggie. You're a success. You run a very successful business. What is the one thing or two things you do every day that makes you money? Let's cut to the chase for people today.
It's the phone, man. I dedicate time every day to spend, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes making calls. And that has made me more successful than anything. Just allocating time every day to get on that phone and make sure I talk to new clients, I follow up with clients, and I'm always generating the business. But
every day,
I like to add this, Claude. The system of sales is imperative. It's paramount, because if you make those calls and you don't have a system in order to, qualify the prospect, to close the prospect, etc., then you're basically just kind of spinning your wheels. So you got to have a system.
And we love the books. We love the tapes. We love the guru videos standing in front of their Bentley or their jet. We love the firewalks. We love all the motivational stuff. But I want the perspiration, not the inspiration. What do I need to do to go make money today? I want to use bad language, but I don't want YouTube or Google to kick me off. The BS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've got to get great. You got to have passion. Mm-hmm. I love what I do.
Absolutely.
I love what I do. You love what you do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, how cool is it? Are people go to you and say, "Man, Chris, you work from home. Man, you're making money. How do you do it? What are you doing? How do you do that? I wish I could be you, man." What do you get do you get any of that?
Absolutely. People come all the time and they want, consulting, and they want to know how they can fire their boss and work from home and secure their financial livelihood. And it's not hard, man. I would say hire a mentor, Claude Diamond is a great mentor.
We don't need a commercial. I appreciate that. Thank you. In fact, I just did a video on that. And I love to mentor people. I love teaching people. I love taking their head off their shoulders, turn them upside down, and shake out all the garbage. The so-called conventional wisdom, I think, is so much garbage out there. Okay. Everybody wants to, and people don't need Lamborghinis or anything. They just want to make a living. They want that freedom thing. Okay. Live where they want, take care of their responsibilities, take care of their kids, their family. Okay. Pay their bills. I think that's what most people want. Yeah. We want the bling and all that good stuff. That's nice too. But first of all, don't we want that freedom?
Absolutely.
Yeah, amen. Let's go to Mr. Phillips here. Star real estate Remax agent, as I recall, right? In San Diego, California, specializing in Coronado, California, one of the richest places in the world, right?
Yeah. I love Southern California. And it's raining right now, and it never does that.
It never rains in California. Yeah. And Tracy, what is it? We're talking about sales execution. You're a successful realtor. Okay. What do you do on a daily basis to stimulate, to go to the bank?
The first thing is you remain hungry, because if you are not trying to drive to get someplace,
I love that
you
word.
are not going to do the necessary things in the plan that you have. I think a lot of people dream and they have a plan and they say, I want to go to this place, but you have to do those daily stops where you make sure you are doing the necessary action today in order to get you to where you want to go. And the thing that generally will drive you to act is being hungry. And that means you can't be too comfortable. And with real estate, one of the bigger problems that we're always trying to solve is, where is the next meal coming from? Where is the next source of income coming from? Because what you have is the ebb and flow. It flows in, and then you stop doing what you need to do and what you're supposed to do, and then it doesn't flow in anymore. So staying hungry.
Is hunger by itself? Is hunger enough, though? I remember in the old days when I was a crappy salesman. Okay, well, the bills are due. They're piling up. I haven't done a deal in a while. Okay, got to get hungry again. Got to get focused. But if we put the hunger together with the passion, I mean, I love talking to people. I think making a sale is the second best feeling in the world. Okay, if I could put that hunger, that drive together with that passion, solving people's problems in real estate or whatever you sell. Can I put that hunger and passion together? Can you be successful if you just have hunger but no passion? Is that part of the sales execution for successful people?
No, I think you got to be passionate. I know you have to be passionate. And I would desperate, because you're going to have to put yourself out there, and you're going to have to know, I'm putting on my armor because I'm going to face some jerks. I'm going to face some rejection.
So what?
But I'm also going to talk to some people. And it's true.
You know what we are? I heard a good analogy the other day. We're stand-up comedians. Have you guys gone to a comedy show? And there's always one guy drinking too much. He wants to impress his girlfriend, and he yells out stupid stuff. And I don't want to say stuff. You know what I want to yell. Okay. And he yells out that stuff. And I used to live across from a comedy club in New Jersey. And some comedians, they love when the impromptu jerk guy starts his stuff, and they just attack him. And they make the whole audience laugh. And this guy, certain part of his body starts shrinking, man, and then I've seen some guys destroyed by annoying drunks and in the comedy on the stage. And so are we stand up, impromptu, spontaneous comedians? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
We know the 10 dumb things people say. We know that people are going to attack us. We know that's why you need a sales system, in my opinion, so that your practice, I don't believe in scripts, but I believe in practice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And don't we hear the same stuff all the time? The same consistent stalls, objections, replies. Don't we hear the same old 10 things all the time?
Oh yeah. I'm really busy right now. Call me back. I can't talk.
I can't, sir. I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm ready to
I'm
do
good.
business today. Sir, I've got some people who want to buy your house right now. So if I get off this phone, I got to start calling other property owners. Do you want to sell that $2 million house this week or not?
Well, yeah. No, now that you say that, can, yeah, I'd like to sell it.
Okay, good. Because I got John and Mary, I got Tom and Betty. I got people right now looking for a property like yours. So if you're ready to do business, I know you're busy, sir, and I apologize. But can we just give me 5 minutes here, and I might be and if we can decide have some kind of mutual agreement, I might be able to. Why are you selling this house, sir? If you don't mind me do boom off the role play. And ladies and gentlemen, what I just did, this is called shock and awe or a pattern interrupt. This is what I do to gain control. What happens when Chris did that beautifully? Because, hey, I'm busy right now. Call me later. What is that guy saying to you, really? What is he really saying? What does he think about you?
You're just another.
I don't got time for you.
Yeah.
You're just
You're interrupting my day.
You're interrupting
I'm
my
not in the
day.
mood.
You're not worth it. I don't respect you. You don't have anything to bring to the table. You're just another domino. You're just another worker ant. You're the 10th guy to call me today. Okay. Are you going to allow, what happens if you allow people to manipulate you and disrespect you all day long? What does that do to you, the way you feel?
You're not going to want to make those calls, and they won't respect you. So even if you follow up, they're going to treat you like, a stepchild.
What's the one thing? Guts is an emotional sales system. I've got a ding. I've only got seconds. This 3-minute timer that I give my students. In 3 minutes, you've got to know whether you've got a prospect or you're just wasting life. But sometimes it's even seconds. Hey, I'm busy. Call me later. Sir, I might not be able to do that, and I got a buyer for you right now, or I want to buy your home right now, or I've got the money right now to do maybe you sold your home already and you don't want to sell it right now, do you? I've got to do something dramatic. We're actors and we're psychologists, aren't we?
Yes.
You've only got seconds sometimes to turn it around. My mentor was brilliant like this. Okay, so can you turn a cold call into a warm call? Or can you set up a marketing plan so you're talking to warm calls all day? Or do you have a follow-up system on a daily basis? Because we're talking about sales execution. Can you follow up on people you spoke to 365 days ago? Can you call? I don't think we're busy enough. I don't think we have enough fun on the way to the bank. That's to me why so many people get frustrated in sales, and I hate that.
Absolutely.
Sales execution. What can you do on a daily basis to have fun, to talk to people? You got to talk to people every day. Every day I have hard appointments. I do follow-up appointments. I even do some cold calls sometimes. If you're just doing cold calls all the time, how frustrating is that going to get, guys? Truth. Let's go. Let's all have a drink. Let's all have a little drink here and a little sodium pentothal, okay? Truth be told.
Yeah.
Little Grey Goose on the rocks. Not bad for 10:36 in the morning.
Yeah, cold calls, every day could be draining. But
how do we fix that? We know it's draining. Come on. Cold calls. How do you fix cold calls? How do you make cold calls into warm, Chris?
You make them warm by assuming familiarity with the prospect. You act like, hey, Mr. Claude, this is Chris again. I'm just following up with you. Whatever happened with that property, sir?
You ask questions, but how do you, every sales trainer in the world says, oh, you got to ask questions, consultative selling and everything. But what happens if we ask too many questions and then they ask questions and we do free consulting? Is that how we get is that how we get commitment today? No, what do we got to blend? What do we need to blend with those? I heard a sales trainer today, got to ask questions. Yeah, but if you just ask questions all day long, I think that turns off people.
Absolutely.
You get a guy, you start asking me questions. I'm going to start to, what do you mean by that? Could you help me? I'm not sure what we're talking about. Why is that important to you? You must have brought that up for a reason. Stroking, nurturing, empathy, redirection, turn it around. How we got to gain control right up front. Because if we're just asking questions or answering questions, then they'll say the magic words. I'll think about it. I'll talk to my Chihuahua about it. You know, I'll call me in 2 weeks. You've lost control because all you're doing is giving them free garbage. I gotta get people out there crying, man. Here's my boohoo tissues, man. I gotta get people emotional.
Absolutely.
Real fast. Do we really have the luxury of time? I think most people they get a lonely person on the phone. They're on the phone for 30, 45 minutes. They talk about everything except what's important. And then the guy says, well, thanks, send me some information. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
That doesn't work in my world. Philip Montoya, turn on that video and show us that handsome face here. This is live streaming with Claude today. We're just talking about sales execution. Okay. What do we need to do every day today, right now? First question I ask people is what happened? What did you do in the last 24 hours to make you money? What do you think most people say, Phil?
To make you money? Yeah, I have, I know what I do. I don't know what they do, but usually cold calling.
Okay. How many cold calls can you do? How many cold calls can you make before it gets frustrating, though?
Like 2.
Yeah, that's real honest. I like that. It's the truth. I remember when I first got started in sales, man. If I got rejected really hard or someone was rough on me, man, I put my tail between my legs, went back to the car, and drove back home. Okay, or I would just not pick up the phone for a day or two.
Yeah, getting them emotional, but then usually you get emotional,
Ooh, so give me some more. That was good. I like that.
Because either you get frustrated, you're trying to make them emotional, which I've been learning. It's really hard to get them emotional, but I usually, I like humor myself. So I try to.
Humor is big. Humor is good.
Yeah, but once they say no or whatever, and I've already spent over, 10 minutes with them or whatever, it gets pretty frustrating. Then it gets turned on me, and I get emotional, and then the phone starts feeling like a cactus again. So, yeah, there's my struggle.
I think everybody has that, and I don't think anybody teaches how to deal with that. I say something I think is pretty controversial. The salesman comes first. If you're not putting yourself first and you're getting your butt kicked all day long, how long, we always say, you ever hear the expression, sales is a profession. It's the highest paid profession in the world, right? You ever hear that expression? You ever hear people say that? Okay, but what they don't tell you is it's also the highest turnover business in the world too. Why? Because what we're talking about here. Because
you end up feeling bad. You end up feeling bad, and you go back to it, and then you feel a little bit worse. And you may not get success right away, especially if you don't have those skills developed that you need in order to be able to respond, think on your feet, and then redirect the conversation. Because a lot of times what will happen is you'll get these stations where it's going to, and you just don't know what to say or what to do that could change that direction and get it going another way.
Exactly. Sales execution. You've got to make it so you're in control, so your ego doesn't get bruised. You've got to have a sales system. That's one of the reasons I invented Guts. I learned it. I was inspired by my mentor I never saw anyone so relaxed on the phone in sales. It was like nothing. He was just so cool on the phone with total strangers, and he closed a lot of them. He could make more money in one phone call than me running around and doing all the things that they tell you to do, and drive for dollars and knock on doors and do these things. And this guy would just get on the phone and make more money in one phone call than I could make in a year at a job in real estate. It blew me away. He had a sales system, but he couldn't explain it. My job was to take it and kind of put it into an actual 3-step system and, set that agenda. Hey, this is what's going to happen. Learn how to ask questions. Okay. Qualification. Asking questions is really, that's the thing that gets us to the bank, isn't it? Learning how to get the information from people. Even better, you ever turn the prospect into the salesperson? Have you ever done that?
Not that talented.
Yeah, yep, I have. I've had a prospect say to me, "Well, Chris, what do we need to do? I'm ready to sign. Do you got a contract, or what? Do you have it ready right now? Just hand it over here to me."
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I'm
That's
not gonna,
motivation. That's motivation there.
oh, you love that. We don't get that often enough, do we?
Right.
Okay. See, to me, most sales training doesn't have a system. It's about the numbers game. The guy, the one in a thousand guys you get. Oh, I'm glad you called. I'm ready to make a decision. This is it. We don't get enough of those, do we?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, and you can spend a fortune on marketing, and you can do all the numbers and all the postcards and all the mojo dialers and all the driving and all the door knocking. And sooner or later, even a blind old dog can dig up a bone sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
But can we make it so that we talk to more, so we can attract people or talk to more people who have a need, a problem? Or can we convert those cold calls to warm calls in a few seconds, in a few minutes, by using a lot of reverse psychology? Or can we do a marketing plan that get them to call us? I love that part. That's the thing I love. Every day I get people who call me, text me, or schedule with me. And I don't even care if it's 4 or 5 people, because these are warm calls. They have an interest. They have a need. They have a problem. I love those folks. Those are the people I want to talk to, rather than spend a lot of time and money on getting very low quality of prospects. So I think that's the way we spend our time also. But you got to have a system where you make sales fun and comfortable, and you learn how to ask the right questions with stroking, nurturing, empathy, make them laugh. Go ahead, Phil.
Claude, you said to make it fun. I'm at the stage. Yeah, I'm at the stage where I'm not having fun. So how do you make it fun? It's just.
You go to that new amusement park. It's right near Disneyland and Universal Studios. It's called IDSL. I don't give a what land. Okay, you've got to take the attitude that can you imagine for a moment, close your eyes and imagine for a moment you had $1 million. How would that affect the way you sell to people? You got $1 million. You don't need a sale today. You can speak honestly and openly. You're not desperate. I think when we speak to people, they sense our desperation. True or false?
Yeah, they do, probably. Yeah.
What happens when you meet that desperate salesperson?
Yeah, they just. Yeah, you already see it. They just want to make a sale. They'll tell you anything as long as you buy their product.
Yes. Oh, listen, I'm in a contest, and for first prize, we go to Mexico City. Second prize is a set of forks and knives. My wife's never been to Mexico. Oh, and I just need one more. When you sound like that, or when you sound desperate, or when you sound the prospect keeps asking you for things and you keep giving them, what goes through their mind? Go ahead, Chris.
I just want to make a point to what Philip was saying and how to make it fun, and what made it fun for me. And this is not another commercial, Claude, but you're great. And I would say, Philip, Claude has great material. Look into that material and study those moves, the guts moves. And once you start internalizing that information and you're able to practice that on some of these prospects, you're going to see and role play, and you're going to see that the responses don't differ. So now you can utilize those moves, and you're going to see how they respond, and it's going to become fun. You're going to laugh. You're going to be like, I know what's coming next. And you're going to start understanding. And once you have that experience, sales is it's going to be one of your favorite things to do. I love getting in a sales situation because I have studied and I've gained experience with practice. And so, yeah, an application, man.
You've got to practice enough, and you've got to take this attitude that you are the authority figure. People say, go ahead, let's do a role play. Why should I work? What's the one? Why should I work with you? I'm a mentor. I love teaching people, but I get every now and then people have gone to 20 different gurus, and then they go to me, Claude, I've gone to 20 different gurus. Why should I work with you? Go ahead, throw that at me.
Well, Claude, I mean, why should I work with you? I mean, I've got another mentor. He's talking with me every week.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. I was wondering the same thing. You're working with a good guy or girl and everything. They're responsible, they're accountable. You're making all the money you want, right?
Well, no, you know, I want to make more money, and when I call them,
So why are we talking today, sir? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm very busy. Why do you think so many people work with me? Why do you think I'm one of the highest priced trainers in sales in this country? You called me for a reason. What is it, sir? Let's cut to the chase.
well, I want to know how you do what you do. I want to be able to sell like you. I want to be able to make money in real estate, and I need help. I mean, I don't think I'm getting it where I'm currently at.
Okay, boom, off the role play. Maybe you shouldn't work with me. You're working with a good guy. Okay, what salesperson do you see the redirection? I'm pushing them away almost. It's a form of scarcity and conformity, or social proof, as Cialdini would say. I'm pushing them away. And what happened in that role play, which you did very well, by the way? What happens when you push the prospect away, like you act like you don't need him, or you're busy enough and successful enough in your own right? What happens? What happened in that role play? Bill?
Well, go ahead.
Philip?
The prospect tends to like feel like, well, no, that's not what I meant. They feel like they might have terminated. No, you know what? It's funny to admit, but prospects have that fear of missing out as well. So, if they feel like if a person feels like they might have terminated an opportunity, they could. That's not. I didn't necessarily want to do that.
Philip Montoya, what do you think about that? How I pushed him away and then he came back in. Okay, maybe you shouldn't work with me. Oh, I got to talk to my wife. Well, you're right. Let me talk to my wife too. Sir, it's okay to say no to me, but it's not okay to say you want to think about it. If you can't fire me, I'll fire you. But the problem will still exist. Why are we here today? I think when you use humor, when you show, people love confidence, but it's a delicate line. We've all met the braggart, the try and top this guy. Have we all met that person?
Yeah, I can even name him.
Okay. Nobody likes that person. But when you show to people, it's a real turn on to people is when you show confidence.
Right.
Okay. But you balance it with character and integrity and everything like, hey, I'm busy. It's okay to say no to me, but your problem will still exist. Would you like to fix it? Can you imagine for a moment if we could fix that problem? And you could fit in 30 days, that problem is gone. You bought a home, sold a home, invested in a home. What would that
be? Now that it's a seller's market, I'm getting a lot of people who are saying, well, no, I'm just going to wait another month. It's going to sell because it's seller's market. And
You're right, sir. I agree with you completely. Are you living before I go, I'm just curious, are you living in this home or is it an investment property?
Well, we're moving, so we have another house in another state.
But you're not moving right away. Are you? You're not moving in a week or two, are you?
No, we have about a month, couple of months.
We're just transitioning. There you go. Why are you moving anyway? You're in a beautiful home in a great neighborhood, nice schools, good transportation. You can walk to the trolley station. I mean, why? Maybe you shouldn't sell it at all.
Yeah, well, we have to move, but with the market the way it is, I talked to a couple of
have to move. I don't understand what you.
My wife's moving. Well, we're moving because she has another job in another state.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
But we're gonna sell eventually, and we're getting this place ready. But I'm not really too in a hurry of selling it right now because it's a seller's market.
I don't blame you. If I was in your shoes, do the same thing. There's no rush or anything like that. And then off the role play, you go into a story. You give them an example of somebody who did something like that and it didn't work out too well. Or you create a greed. Sales is all about emotion and creating that greed or need. Did you see what I did though? That was the complete opposite of 100% of salespeople out there. I didn't give a presentation. I agreed with him.
Yeah. You said, yeah, just stay there another 5-10 years. What do you need?
and then it took a while. We had to go a couple rounds, like a tennis ball, going back and forth a couple times until I can get that sweet spot and ace that ball down the alley. Okay. The thing about it is finally I got what I needed. Okay. So I know how to see, you're going to tell me how to sell you. If I ask the right questions or I make the right statements or stories the right way, you'll hand it to me. And my wife has a new job and we have to move in a couple weeks or a month. Now how important on a 1 through 10, how important is that information rather than giving the 30-minute presentation to you about, oh, we're wonderful and we can do rent to own, or I got a great sales office. How important is it to get that truth from you?
Yeah, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Exactly. It cuts to the chase, man. You get right to it. So now I know a little bit on how to sell you. So I'm going to try a different part of the gut sales method. Maybe I'll tell you a story. I had a friend, same situation. Maybe I shouldn't tell you the story, but he couldn't sell the home. He passed on some really good offers, kind of chasing the market down. Some people are saying this market might go down. And he had to move to a new location really far away. He had to fly back and forth while the price was going down. And then somebody broke in the house and stole the heating, air conditioning system and some of the copper. I apologize. I should have never told you this story. Off the role play. Why am I doing that?
You're putting thought into, you're planting seeds of worry.
Sales is almost a form of suggestion. We call it Dr. Milton Erickson, who was the father of stealth hypnosis, not turning people into barking dogs on the stage. But he said, we can put images in people. I'm the easiest guy in the world to sell, but very few people know how to sell me. I'm the guy at the dinner table when if the waitress asks me what I want to eat and I say, give me a burger, and then we'll go around and somebody will say, oh no, I want the lobster, or oh no, that steak, that tri-tip steak, and I'll change my order because I am so easily, I can absorb other people's suggestions or ideas and visualize them so quickly that, and that's how you sell a guy like me. And that's how you sell a lot of people.
All right.
Suggestion, painting a picture in their mind while still smiling, staying relaxed, staying happy on the phone. Hey, and bringing up, hey, I heard you have a problem with that property. That's a beautiful home. What's wrong with it? It should have sold in a minute. This is a hot market, Mr. Montoya. Why didn't that beautiful, it's a 4-bedroom or a 5? I forgot, sir.
It's a 4-bedroom, and yeah, it's really nice. We painted it, we kind of remodeled it. We kind of want to get our money off of it.
Yeah, I agree, but I can't believe there must be something wrong. This is the hottest market ever. There's no inventory except for your home. I don't understand. Help me out.
Well, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I think that's why we're not really selling it, but I'm confident that it's going to sell. It's just
you know what? You wait long enough, 6 months, 12, 18 months. You're in no rush, right?
Well, according to my realtor, I mean, I don't have it with an agent or anything like that, but according to my friend, she said it should sell. I'm trying to sell it on myself, but she said if it doesn't, that she would help me out and I'd put it on the market.
And she'll help you with the payments and everything when it sits vacant, right? I mean, why sell it at all? Why don't you just leave it vacant for sooner or later someone will buy it, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, yes and no. I mean, but yeah, leaving it vacant is probably not a good idea, but we're going to wait a couple of months.
Okay, no rush. Off the role play. Now I go to the Claude barometer, the guts barometer. Is he a 1? He could care less. Is he a 5? He has some interest. Or is he an 8, 9, or 10? He's hot to trot.
I put him between 1 and 5.
There you go. You put him 5. So if I can't get him up to a 6 or a 7 in the next 2-3 minutes, how much am I wasting a lot of time on this guy?
Absolutely.
Probably, yeah.
Absolutely. How important is it to work smart in your sales execution? Can I make him an offer and follow up even though he's a 2 or a 3? Is that smart, Mark? You think I should do that?
Yeah, we fired prospect politely, send him an offer.
Yeah.
And follow up.
And this is where I think a lot of people in their sales execution are failing. Even when I get a 2 or 3, guess what I do right away? Immediately, I send a video. Hey, Mr. Montoya, what a pleasure to speak with you. I made you an offer to get your property sold in the next 30 days or less. I'm ready to send you a contract. If you change your mind, here's my phone number, 970-281-5151. Call me before 6:30. I think I have a couple ideas how to get that house sold in the next 30 days or less for the top sales price without a real estate commission or closing costs. Give me a call if this is of interest. Otherwise, you're a gentleman. It was nice to speak with you. Have a good day. Best to your family. Bye-bye. Boom.
Man, I should have recorded that one.
Yeah. Well, it is being recorded. This is on YouTube Live, so it is being recorded.
Awesome.
You've got to, what do you want, even when you leave a voicemail? How important are voicemails? I go crazy. I hear all these gurus say, never leave a voicemail. Just keep calling them back. What voicemails are a great way to attract new prospects.
Our first phone conversation, Claude, you harped on Guts voicemails. That was the first conversation we had.
Boy, see, we're thespians. And we're students of Dr. Freud and Dr. Cialdini and Dr. Eric Byrne. And no yawning aloud, Mr. Phillips. I saw that. No yawning aloud. Here, have some coffee. The thing about it is, how do we? Oh, let's see that cup. There you go. I don't need Google. Google. My husband knows everything.
There you go.
I love it. I love it. The thing about it is, can you leave a voicemail? You have a chance to leave a commercial that you know. I mean, who can resist the blinking light on their phone or their notification? Who can resist a voicemail? Okay, you've got to listen to them, even if you think it's garbage. Okay, I mean, they can delete it real fast. So you've got to say something that stimulates their curiosity, their interest in some way with your voicemail. And then you have a chance to resell them or to get a call back. I call up people like I act totally familiar. If I call up somebody, let's say a cold call, I get a cold call and I know the man's name is John Smith. What do most people, what kind of voicemail do most people leave, if they leave one at all, when they make a cold call to John Smith and they get his voicemail? What does it sound like, guys?
Hey, Mr. John, I'm calling you today about your property on 123 Main Street. I wanted to see if you were interested in selling the property. I have a lot. We're cash buyers in the area, and we're just purchasing property in your area. So if you'd like to sell, give me a call back.
There you go. There you go. Now the Guts voicemail. That's where you put on you get your Academy Award. That's where you go. Give me a beat there, Mr. Cash Offer.
This is Chris, guy. Leave a message at the tone. Beep.
Oh, Chris, sorry it took me so long to get back to you. Listen, I have the paperwork, and Scott, is that with 2 T's or 3? I just want to make sure so I do the check and the contracts correctly. You got to get back to me because I got to call my attorney and title people real fast on this deal. Listen, 970-281-515, and get back to me as soon as you can so we can get you some money. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
He's going to get that message. Who the hell is this guy?
Right.
Who is that? This guy, do I know this guy? Did I talk? He said check, contract, lawyer, escrow. What's this? He's going to call me up. If he calls me up, I win.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry for you people out there. I know what you're saying. Oh, I can't do that, or that's not right. And you know what? This is about protecting your family. This is about going to the bank. I truly believe that I can help people solve their problems, and I'm entitled to be rewarded for the hard work. I do business honestly and ethically, but it's a competitive world out there. And if you're doing this nice little, if you're sounding like that old cup of cottage cheese in the back of the refrigerator with the green mold on it, okay, nobody's going to call you back. You've got to act, you've got to do something that stimulates curiosity so that they call you back. And then when you talk to people, it's always back to sales execution. Can you talk to a few people every day? That's all I ask. If you can, and I don't think people are doing that. You've got to find a way to talk to people every day. And it's how you speak to them that gets you to the higher income. Absolutely. I got to wind this up, guys. I've got an appointment and everything. Thank you for joining me. This was kind of impromptu. I just wanted to talk about how you, and you guys are great for coming on. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks, Claude. No, that was good information. Definitely.
Sales execution. And my name is Claude Diamond. Claude, you want more information? Watch my other videos on YouTube. Go to my webpage, claudediamond.com. I got a free book for you there, or a free 15-minute appointment if you want to talk about sales and things like that. And thanks you guys. And if you want to put something in the chat box or something for your companies, feel free to do that. Okay. Everybody take care. Remember, nobody deserves success more than you good people. Take care. Join us next time. Bye-bye.